Welcome, everybody, to the CCHL Network Game of the Week, and we've got a good one here. It's the Fenwick Friars at the Edge, at home, taking on the Benet Red Wings. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. My name is Dylan Ward, Mike Doherty to my right, Matt Budin on the camera, Jimmy the Wiz Olson, our technical engineer. One more member of the crew today. It's Wes Anderson. He's going to be at ice level, and we're going to send it down to him, and he's going to talk with assistant coach of the Red Wings, Andrew Schlee.
Thanks. Coach, you're coming in here winners of your last three. You're scoring over 4 goals a game in those 3 games. What's been working on the offensive end for you guys?
A lot better on the power play, a lot more puck movement. Starting to get some seniors to lead a little bit more, and some of the younger guys are starting to contribute. So,
you guys have beat this Fenwick team 2 times already. What do you need to do tonight to get that season seriously?
Well, I got to tell you, I think we got really lucky the first time we played them, and I think they're a really good team. Got a lot of strong players. I don't expect this to be easy at all, and we better be ready to play.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mike, guys, up to you.
Thank you, Wes. And back up here in the broadcast booth, just about 1 minute left in warm-ups. It is senior night for the Fenwick Friars. They had the ceremony, and then they cut the ice, and then they all came out for warm-ups. Mike, this is going to be a big test for both these teams battling for playoff seeding. They both already clinched, obviously, in a league where 8 of 9 teams make it. And Fenwick, as it stands right now, 5 points behind Benet for 3rd place in the CCHL.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 of the best teams in the Catholic League going up against each other. You got Benet, who historically has been the best team in the Catholic League for a long time. And this team is no short of that. I mean, they have a lot of talent up and down their lineup, a good mix of upperclassmen, underclassmen, experienced guys, not so experienced guys. So you have a lot of guys looking to step up. And for this Fenwick team, I mean, it's senior night for them, so an emotional night for these guys. They want to come out and play well for the seniors, but this is a group that needs a substantial win, a marquee win on this season, and this is a great opportunity for them to do it. I expect them to come out hard and fast and to give them a good test here.
Well, obviously, these 2 teams will be in the CCHL playoffs as well as the state playoffs, which the Sweet 16 and onwards up until the championship will be right here at the Edge Ice Arena. This is also the Fenwick Friars' home ice, so they'll be back here when that time comes. Fenwick in the black uniforms, Benet in the white, and you know, we've got Fenwick a lot here on the CCHL Network. I was just down at Morgan Park Sports Center. Matt Budin, of course, was there on camera, and we watched Fenwick defeat Mount Carmel in a high-scoring game, 7-4.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of offensive talent. There's no doubt about that. You know, they have a lot of seniors that score a lot of goals. They have Dominic Fosco, Owen Fast, these younger guys who've stepped up into this lineup and been very effective. And I expect them to show that tonight and be very impactful. But I mean, both teams have a lot. Both teams have gotten good goaltending as well. Obviously, Will Janis for Benet has been one of the best goalies in the state for the last 2 years, and expect him to have a good game. But again, both these teams looking to build a little bit of momentum in January, heading into the playoffs. These wins in January are so important to, you know, the confidence for the group. So I expect both teams to come out ready to go.
Well, the Benet Red Wings, of course, 3 Kennedy Cup Finals appearances straight, looking to make it 4 if they can get down to the final 2 in this league this season. In Bennett's last game, they overcame a 3-1 deficit at home against the Brother Rice Crusaders to take it eventually 6-5 in OT. And the Benet Red Wings have sent their 5 guys. The starting goaltender for the Red Wings is going to be William Janis, who started the prior 2 meetings as well. 11-4-2 record, .216 goals against average, .920 save percentage, and 2 shutouts to his name. On the other side, it's going to be Cole Alessi for the Friars. 8-6-0 record, 2.54 goals against average, .868 save percentage, and no shutouts. Fenwick wins the opening faceoff, and we are underway from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville. Here's a quick steal by Benet, and this shot off the stick of Dika Sala goes wide of the net. And a quick whistle just 13 seconds into the game.
Yeah, not sure what the stoppage is. Maybe Wes was able to see that, but maybe a hand pass? I'm not sure exactly what the stoppage is here.
16:47 to go in the first period, just getting started here. This first period going to be very important for both teams, Fenwick especially. You look at Fenwick's goal differential in the first period, -9 for the Red Wings, +23. And also in the previous 2 games, these 2 teams have played against each other. Benet has outscored the Friars 6-0 in the opening frame. But here comes Fenwick. Corvo with a shot, and that missed the net, maybe a piece of the blocker from Janis. Now Fleming goes back to Billy Buckley. He'll play it behind the net. Fenwick also 5 games straight without a goal in the first period, so that's a streak they're looking to break. Cam Corvo lifts this out to neutral. And this gets dumped down to the far side corner. Janis comes out of his net to settle it down. So now here's Rosenthal. Cade Rosenthal, that is. Benet into the zone. Pacheco lost the puck, and it gets taken by the Friars. Now here comes Karabatsos for the black jerseys. He will dump this one down to the left side corner, and Benet finds it. It's Nico Caulfield. Got it to Pacheco. Now out to Rosenthal. That's Cole Rosenthal. He takes a shot, and that goes high of the net. Second place in this team, next to Pacheco. He's got 30 points. Fast gets taken down, and it's going to be a penalty right off the bat. And we're going to get a early look at the power play.
Yeah, Carter Fast is using his speed to try to gain an edge. He's one of the fastest players out here. But overall, one thing to really pay attention to as well that Benet does incredibly well is they send their weak side winger and have him fly every time. And that D comes around the net and looks for that to the weak side, and it works really hard. It's very difficult to defend, something to pay attention to.
Curtin off the opening faceoff, slides it over. Taken by DeWilkins, he will dump it down. Not very many special teams looks in this season series in spite of 20 combined penalty minutes through 2 games. There were 4 instances of coincidental minors, which caused it to remain 5-on-5. Fenwick has 3 power play opportunities coming into this one against the Red Wings, 0 for 3 on those. They do have the 4th most power play goals in the league, though, at 13, but here's a steal by Benet. They will send this one down. Moore grabs it behind his goaltender, Alessi. Waits and then eventually comes through his own zone, slides it over to Karabatsos, who comes over the blue line. With speed, all the way below the line, never got a shot away, and the Red Wings will steal it and force it out to neutral ice. Good PK here by the visitors. Corvo to Fleming. Fleming will dump it down with a backhand, and Xandis Hoover, the captain of this Red Wings team, finds it and clears it. Just 45 seconds to go on this Friar power play. Fleming goes cross ice, intended for Karabatsos, almost cleared but kept alive by Corvo. Karabatsos with a centering pass, but nobody home for the Friars, and Dikasala will backhand it out of the zone. Corvo with a dump in, and Fenwick will just change all 5, well, except 1. Kala stays out there, or maybe he was the first to enter the playing surface, and Caulfield tried to get to Rosenthal, but Tantero takes it away, and Senna dumps it in. 7 seconds to go now in this power play. Tremendous PK for the Red Wings, but here's a shot on goal, and Janis makes the save. That's Fenwick's first shot of this game. 1-1 are the shots on goal. Feet just barely keeps it in, and it goes to the far side. Power play now over, and we're back to 5-on-5, so on their first attempt, Fenwick unsuccessful. Tantero dumps that one down to the corner. Caulfield chases after it. Now it's O'Neill. Taken away by Tantero. Gets it back up to the right side point. Here's Billy Buckley. Sending it low, and it's taken away once again by Brendan O'Neill. Goes out to neutral ice looking for Pacheco. He found it. He'll put on the brakes. Tried to get it to Rosenthal there, but Fenwick with some good defensive placement to not allow them to get a shot away. We haven't had a whistle since the start of the Fenwick power play, and I thought I just heard a whistle there, but I think that was just a sound effect from the crowd. Buckley takes a hit on the end boards from Thomas Dusick, but Benet does keep it in the zone here. Here's Dusick one more time. Desperation backhander, got a piece of the crossbar, and that stays out. Close chance for Benet out of seemingly nothing. Here's a one-time shot off the stick, and that goes high of the net. Now Owen Fast finds a loose puck. He has speed, tried to pull it around one defender, but he could never get a shot away, and the Red Wings will take over possession. Now here's Pondalek for the Friars. Below the goal line again. Hoover tried to clear it. DeWilkins couldn't get around Moore. Not very many high danger chances for either side. Just one shot on target for each team, and both of those were relatively easy saves. As we continue here without a whistle, haven't had a whistle for nearly 5 minutes now. 10:43 to go in the first. Last time we stopped was 15-12. Here's DeWilkins with a shot and a right pad save by Alessi. Now the other way comes Fenwick. Maybe a 2-on-1 if they hurry. This pass over to Verney, and he couldn't pick it up cleanly, but does get possession eventually. Goes back up high with it. Now it's Jonathan's feet. Down to the left side corner. And it gets cleared out. Now we have officially hit 5 straight minutes of nonstop action. Fenwick dumps this one into the zone with help from a tip by Cam Corvo, and Bennett's going to grab it. Cade Rosenthal, the Red Wing defenseman, looking for O'Neill in neutral ice. Kala grabs it, gets it ahead to Fask. Carter Fask, that is, one of 2 Fask brothers on this team. Good give and go here, and he gets a shot away. The save is made by Janis, and the net comes off its posts, and that'll draw our first whistle in about 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
Hey, guys, haven't talked to you since the start of the period. I think both teams are trying to get this game over with, trying to catch the second half of that Cowboys-Niners game. But going back to that Red Wings penalty kill, you just see how tenacious they are. Cole Rosenthal, number 94 in white, leads the CCHL in shorthanded goals with 3, and you can see him on that last opportunity all over the ice, hounding this Fenwick's offense, making it really difficult for them to set up in the offensive zone.
It's a good point, Wes. As a team, the Red Wings have 7 shorties. That's tied for most in the CCHL with the Brother Rice Crusaders. Carter Fask spins to avoid a check, but then was heavily contested and was forced to get rid of the puck. So now out here comes Benet. Karabatsos got it to Carter Fask. Fask into the zone with speed, gets the puck poked off of his stick, and the Red Wings will recover. Again, it would be critical here for Fenwick to find a first period tally. In 2 games against the Red Wings, they're without one. Also in their last 5 games in CCHL play, without scoring a goal in the opening 17. Trying to change that as LaChance goes cross ice, grabbed by Buckley. He will dump this one down. It's Fleming below the goal line. Benet tries to clear. LaChance keeps it alive at the left point. Now here's Owen Fask. Left circle centers it, and this shot is stopped by Janis. Good chance for Fenwick, but a penalty coming up as this one goes all the way down, and the icing whistle goes, and with 8:20 to go, we get our second call of the game.
Yeah, really good look there. Nice pass by Owen Fast to Dom Fosco, looking to him on the back door, but I think a focus for Fenwick on this power play, and Wes mentioned the tenacity of the Benet Killers, but I think Benet has controlled the neutral zone in this game, and they did a really good job of shutting down their entries. So obviously, initial draw is very important. You win the draw back, you get possession, try and create a chance from that. But if they're able to clear it, I think they need to simplify, maybe chip pucks in behind the D, win a couple of races, win a battle in the corner, and then try and set up from there. You can't just keep forcing if they keep shutting you down at the blue line every time.
So another chance on the power play for Fenwick, 0 for 1. But another clear by Benet, and that was just such a tremendous penalty kill by the Red Wings earlier this period. You know that Fenwick's probably going to change the game plan just a little bit here on this look. That looked to be offsides, and there is a slightly late whistle to confirm that. 7:54 to go in the first and 1:39 on the power play.
Guys, this Red Wings defense right here just making it impossible for the Friars to gain any type of momentum through the neutral zone. We see just there Cade Rosenthal and Anthony Pacheco just hounding the puck. There's really no space for this Fenwick Friars to operate through that neutral and an easy way to get in the offensive zone.
Fenwick wins a neutral zone faceoff, so it goes back to Curtin. Gets it to Verdi. Now back for Dominic Fosco, who's got 2 power play goals this season. Tip back down to the Friar end. Michael Curtin, the defenseman with 11 points in 16 games, gets it ahead to Owen Fask. Now down to Fosco. Fosco tries a centering pass, but it gets deflected away. Friars keep possession alive. Comes back up to the point. Now to the left side. Fask got it to Pondolek, and he scores! His 4th power play goal this season. And the Friars break the ice on home ice. 1-0 with 7:11 to go in the first.
And again, it starts with an incredible entry there, working the puck around, getting it all the way behind Janis, back up to Johnny Moore, who's able to walk to the middle, gets it over to Owen Fask, who wisely throws it to the weak side, and Sean Pondolek, a senior on this team, a captain on this team, is able to put it home to give them a lead. As Dylan has wisely mentioned, needing that first goal badly, and they were able to get it.
First goal in the opening frame for Fenwick in their last 5 games in league play. Sean Pondolek with that goal hits the 20-point plateau, joining Dominic Fosco as the only 2 Fenwick Friars with at least 20 on this CCHL season. They're looking for more as Carter Fask leads a 2-on-1. He's got Senna, slides it over, but it was a little bit behind him. Good look for Fenwick. Little miscommunication on that pass, though. Now by the Friar bench, they battle for it. Couple guys from each side. Holweck recovers a loose puck, but the Red Wings enter the zone offside, so we get a stoppage with 6:35 to go in the first. The home team up 1-0.
Guys, we know how critical the shift after a goal is, and we see this Fenwick Friars team come right back out with a great opportunity, a 2-on-1. Just missed hitting that backdoor play. They look like they're buzzing here early, or late in the first period.
Here's Luke LaChance. Probably one of the most fun names to say in this game. Gets it to Matiziak, who takes a hit from Dusick, and that causes Benet to regain possession. This backhander down into the zone somehow avoids the ceiling, but not the protective netting. It'll go out of play.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, I think Fenwick's got a lot of energy right now. They're playing with that energy, and it's showing in the amount of chances that they're able to generate, and they're forcing a lot of turnovers. And for Benet, this is a crucial 6 minutes. You don't want to go down 2 heading into the second period. You got to find a way to fight through this, continue to defend, get pucks in deep, and try and push back a little bit here and get pucks down below their goal line.
Another icing stops play with 6:01 to go. Pretty nice crowd here at the Edge Ice Arena for senior night. Many of the fans have come over to our broadcast side, and usually we get a bigger turnout on the far side, but the parents here hanging out by the benches. I see a couple of pizza boxes laid out on the bleachers here. And they're eating well here for senior night. Look out. No protective netting at this rink all the way around. That goes out of play.
Right into all the people right in front of us. Let's go ahead.
Dylan,
talking about him.
Dylan, you talk about all the people here. You do have a former stud of the Fenwick Friars to your right, Mr. Mike Doherty.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a bunch of love from some old parents and people he knows. So that might be why the near side where the broadcast booth is has a little bit more people than the far side.
We're going to get another penalty here.
I think this one's going to be on Fenwick.
A tripping violation will send Jake Alessi to the box, brother of the starting goaltender, Cole Alessi. And after Fenwick scored a power play goal, it'll be Bennett's turn to take a crack at the man advantage. 18 power play goals for the Benet Red Wings. That's tied for first in the CCHL with St. Ignatius. Here's Schlee. He shoots, and an easy save by Alessi.
Yeah, pretty routine save for Cole there. Schlee just trying to throw it on net, generate a rebound of some kind. Cole does a good job eating it up. Let's see if Benet can move this puck around a little bit more. Get the Killers to be moving side to side and try and create a better chance here.
Off the faceoff win, a quick shot attempt. Would not go. And so the Red Wings will keep working here. Schlee sent a pass over, but it gets intercepted, and then Cam Corvo sends it the length. 35 seconds gone on this Red Wing power play. The captain, Cole Rosenthal, through neutral ice with tons of speed, but lost his stick, and it will get cleared.
Now you see Fenwick doing exactly what Benet was doing, shutting it down right at the blue line, making entries very difficult.
Pacheco to Rosenthal. Cole Rosenthal puts on the brakes at the corner, goes up high with it. This is Hudson Schlee. Down to Rosenthal again. Being pressured by Buckley. Rosenthal swipes him out of there and tried a centering pass, but that one just goes outside of the zone. Down to 40 seconds to go on this power play. 4:27 to go in the opening period. Fenwick trying to make something happen shorthanded. It's not going to work, so Schlee. Forechecking is Fleming, but Schlee gets ahead of him into the zone, tries a shot as soon as he stepped over the line, but it gets blocked and deflected down below the goal line. Now Hoover, left circle, he missed the net with that shot. Keeping it in the zone is Schlee. He'll go down low to Pacheco. Near side half boards by the Fenwick bench area. Senna and him get tied up. Both men go down, and the Fenwick bench desperate for a penalty call. They're not going to get that. Meanwhile, Alessi out of the box and the power play over. Each team with 4 shots on goal, but Fenwick has made one of theirs count. Here's a 5th off the stick of Karabatsos and a save by Janis.
Guys, going back to that Red Wings power play, a few times number 89 White, Xandis Hover, found himself open. We saw it in that last chance, just missed the net to that glove side on Alessi. So something to keep in mind for this Fenwick penalty kill, to not leave 89, the captain, open on the next attempt.
And in their prior 2 games, these teams combined for only 4 power play looks against one another. Here in the first period, we're already at 3.
And Dylan, you see again right there, right off the draw, they're throwing it to that weak side and trying to get that guy to fly and try and create a breakaway here. But Wes, as you mentioned, one thing Benet does so well on the power play is they draw the attention to the D and then throw it to that back door trying to create a chance. And they capitalize on it very often, but good job by Fenwick to shut it down a few times there.
Face off in the attacking zone for the Friars. It's taken by Fask. Up high to Kala, who keeps it in the zone. But here's Christensen up to Dikasala for the Red Wings. Dikasala tried a centering pass, but Kala gets in the way. And this centering pass also wouldn't go. Here's Heller from the right circle, and that gets blocked in close. Under 3 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 to the home team on senior night. Now the Red Wings regroup. They'll dump this one down. It'll go directly on net. And the Friars will take over. And guys, I don't know if I'm alone in this, but besides the 3 power plays we've seen in this first period, the 5-on-5 play has sort of been a little bit dead. Lots of turnovers, lots of dumping and chasing.
It's all been getting stuck in the neutral zone. Both teams doing a good job of defending in the neutral zone, not giving up those breaks that both teams are trying to create. So I think that's part of what we're seeing. It's just it's a stalemate in the neutral zone. At some point, we'll get some sustained pressure and more chances will come.
Here's another turnover. Fosco extends the puck ahead for Owen Fask, who's got a breakaway fast to the backhand, and what a save by Janis into his glove, and he hangs on to keep his team down by only 1.
Guys, if I know anything about broadcasting, as soon as we say there's going to be a stalemate, the complete opposite happens, and we see there Fenwick with a great break in on Janis, but what a save to keep his team in it. That's huge. You don't want to go down 2 heading into the break. Get a little momentum, a lot of stick taps on the bench down here, so his team's locked and loaded.
Yeah, that's why I said it, guys, to open the game up a little bit more. Great chance there for the Friars to extend their lead to 2-0, but William Janis said no. In October, Janis had a tremendous performance against this Fenwick Friar team, making 44 saves on 46 shots for a .955 save percentage. Here's Pondelik, who's got the only goal in this game. Was trying for an assist there, but Janis will intercept and cover.
And you see the speed of Owen Fask on that play. He's able to extend that. And Dom Fosco with a really, really great play. Those are Fenwick's 2 leading scorers in the Catholic League this year, connecting on a really, really good chance. But you got to give Janis credit. I mean, that's such a massive save. Like I said, right after the goal, to go to the end of the period only up 1 or down 1 for Benet is such a massive difference than down 2, and that kept it right there for him.
1:10 to go in the first period. Here's LaChance, his shots blocked by the stick of his own man. Now Hudson Schlee. He's got it below his own goal line. Looking to spring ahead, Holwick. Now he's got a breakaway, and they're called offsides. Boy, guys, that was sure close. Jimmy, I don't know if you've got a replay of that. And yeah, we're going to see it in slow motion here. And it's a little bit hard to tell on that look. But, I mean, that was really close. Wes, did you get a good look at that?
Guys, down from my vantage point, that looked like that was clean. I'm not sure why that would be intentional offsides either. That looked like a pretty bang-bang play. Would think that would just come outside of the offensive zone for the Red Wings.
It's where the reason it goes back there, it's where the pass comes from. So that's why it goes further back. But I agree, it looked very close.
Mike, there you go. I actually never knew that.
That's right. That's a newer USA hockey rule they changed in the last couple of years. That's why you see a lot go back to the early side, the neutral zone.
So I'm showing my age not knowing that rule.
Yeah, you got to figure it out down there.
30 seconds to play. Can Fenwick extend their lead to 2? Can Benet tie it up before we take a timeout? Goes back into the Friar zone, and Carter Fask's got it. Slides it over to Sveit. And now they tip it out to neutral ice. Carter Fask with plenty of speed around O'Neill. All the way to the net. Gets a backhand shot away. And it was an easy save for Janis from a tough angle. Now 3 seconds left. Rosenthal will dump this in. And the buzzer sounds to end the first of 3 periods here tonight from Bensonville. The Fenwick Friars up 1-0 thanks to a power play conversion and a goal by Sean Pondelik. So the teams will meet at their benches here and talk things over. And if you're the Fenwick head coach, you got to be happy with that performance. You haven't seen your team score in the opening frame in the last 5 games. And obviously starting hot is a big factor to winning hockey games. And so that's how it's going to be. And Wes, I don't know if you're still down on the Benet bench, but as soon as they're done chatting down there, let us know what you're hearing. Pardon me, it looks like he's crossed over to the Fenwick bench. Dylan Ward, Mike Doherty, and Wes Anderson down at ice level. Matt Budin on the camera. Jimmy, the Wiz Olsen, our technical engineer for the CCHL Game of the Week. Guys, season's coming to an end. This is the second to last CCHL game of the week of the regular season. Playoffs coming up. Of course, we had a lot of fun covering those Kennedy Cup playoffs last season, including that 4-0 win by St. Ignatius in Game 2 of the final against this very same Benet Red Wing team at Seven Bridges to clinch the trophy. We'll switch sides here, so this is the period of the long change, which of course means that your bench is in your attacking half. So if you're defending, it's harder to change.
Yeah, definitely something to pay attention to. You always want to try and get one defenseman every time you go down. Try and keep those guys fresh, not get caught. Definitely something to pay attention to. Something a lot of teams try to take advantage of for sure.
We've got a penalty 10 seconds in. It's going to be against the Friars. And the Red Wings will go to the power play for the second time tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Jake Alessi. I'm not sure what he's going to call. Looked like he caught him high, cross-check. Yeah. I didn't see it. I was looking at the play, but that's Jake's second penalty of the day. Again, when you're up 1-0 against a good team, you got to stay out of the box. It's so important. At some point, you keep giving this Benet team these kind of looks. They're going to capitalize on it. Again, like I said earlier, something to pay attention to on this Benet power play. They like to work it up to the D, draw all the attention there, and they just plant a kid on the back post looking for back door, and they try to throw it to him. Something to pay attention to. It's something they do a lot, and they run it very, very well. They're very effective.
Guys, the Benet Red Wings power play, talked about their success, most power play goals in the league with 18. 16 of those 18 were by three guys, Cole Rosenthal, Anthony Pacheco, and Hudson Schlee. And you know they're all out there for head coach John Grisbeck. 0 for 1, looking to make this one count, but Fenwick tips this one out to neutral ice. Just getting started in the second period here at the edge. Here's a shot, and it flutters in the blue paint, and eventually it's swiped out of there. Here's Hudson Schlee back in his own end. Red Wings looking to regroup here on the man advantage. This pass, though, to neutral ice intercepted by Kala. Couldn't get rid of it. And now finally a loose one's found by Corvo, and he will clear this one the length. Schlee into the zone. Puts it through the legs of Kala. Goes to the corner, but then an interception. Maybe a shorthanded chance here. Corvo, 2-on-1 with Pondalik. Cam Corvo to the net, and he lost the puck. It rolls wide of the net, and no save required for Janis there. 50 seconds to go in this man advantage. That was close to offsides, but we play on Rosenthal, shoots, and the save is made by Alessi, and Fenwick grabs the rebound and comes outside the zone with it. Buckley backhands it down.
Yeah, really good save by Cole there, too. A lot of traffic in front. The shot kind of came quick. I don't think he was really ready for it, but good reaction, able to shut it down and keep it a 1-0 game.
How about that reception on the pass from Diko Sala? And he got a shot away after it, but the save was made. Fenwick out shooting the Red Wings 8-7 at this point in the game. Only one goal past either goaltender on a power play for Fenwick. Another dump in by the Red Wings. Alessi out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5, so Benet goes 0 for 2 on the power play. This one gets sent all the way down. It'll be an icing this time because the power play's over, so the face-off in the attacking zone for Benet.
Guys down here on the Fenwick bench. Cam Corvo is out of breath. The captain doing the best he can to kill off that penalty. Great scoring opportunity as well coming on the other end. Looked like he caught a slash right before he tried to shoot the puck. That disallowed him from making a good shot on that.
Face-off win for the Friars. They force it out. Here's another odd man rush. Tantero catches up to the puck, being defended by Heller. He'll turn around, get it up high for Alessi, who spent 4 minutes in the penalty box this game. His shot was tipped away, and then on the rebound, another good look, and Matiziak's shot is stopped by Janis.
Yeah, really nice play by Tantero. I'm not sure who was able to chip it out to him, but he's able to draw to bring that puck low, swing high, get it to Alessi up top. Unfortunately, not able to get the shot through, but really nice play by him. He's a freshman on this team playing varsity, so pretty impressive for him, but really good look there, really good opportunity for them to try and extend this lead.
When I broadcasted Fenwick against Mount Carmel less than a week ago, Mount Carmel head coach was telling me 7 freshmen on the squad at the varsity level.
That's good. It's a good sign for the future for that program. Historically been very good, so it's good to see they got a nice young core they're going to try and build up with.
And this one's in the net, but it came off of its post, and it's immediately waved off by the referee. And now, if you ask me, that seemed pretty clear that Cole Alessi pushed it off, and that would have gone into a net if it was in the right place for Benet. So they've got a case.
Yeah, we'll have to send it down to our goalie expert, Wes Anderson. But Cole, it looked like he pushed it off as he was sliding to that post on the earlier play. Wes, I don't know if you had a better look at it.
Yeah, guys, I had a great sight line for it. Looks like as he was trying to move from his right to his left, the net comes off, and something that we've seen a few times here at the high school level. The pegs aren't like what they are in the NHL, where they're dug into the ice. They're just like the normal, I want to say, centimeter pegs that go in. So it's rather easy for this net to come off. Not really his fault. It happened before that pass even came to the slot, so I'm not surprised the refs called that off.
I think it was a good call. The net was 100% off before he even came around the back of the net. It was a late whistle, but the net was off. It was the right call.
Well, guys, after that whistle, one of the Benet Red Wings players has this shot by Schlee and a nice glove save by Alessi, but one of the Benet players is sitting in the penalty box. I can't get a number, but Game Sheet informs me that that's Anthony Pacheco, unsportsmanlike conduct for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he said something to the ref. I think he was complaining about the call. So he teed him up for the 10 minutes. That's one of Bennett's better players, so definitely something to know.
Yeah, Mike, it was immediate too, right after the refs called off that goal. I don't know what he said, but you know, he had to have some choice words for the ref. You could tell he's pretty upset that goal was disallowed.
And I mean, it wasn't much argument from him on his way to the box. So he's out for 10 minutes, and that's a big opportunity for the Fenwick Friars to take advantage of some time without one of their stars, their leading point producer with 31 on the season. Centering pass, that gets tipped away down to the corner. Benet gets possession back. Here's a tough angle shot from almost the goal line, and Alessi thought he had frozen the puck, but it was still free, so we will play on here. This one's arced all the way down, and Janis goes for no icing, but the whistle, and it's going to be a penalty, and another call. It'll go against the Red Wings, I believe, here.
Yeah, he's calling a slash that was behind the play, it looks like. I didn't see it. I was looking down. Janis was trying to play the puck up, but big opportunity for Fenwick again. This game, the longer this game sits at 1-0, the more confident Bennett's going to start to feel. So you want to try to extend that as much as you possibly can. One thing to note, one roster thing to note for Fenwick is they're missing one of their key defensemen, Joey Kurzak, got in a little tussle against St. Ignatius last night. Love to see it in the high school hockey, but just something to note that when you work together as a unit, and I'm pretty sure he's a power play guy, you work together as a unit and you guys gain some chemistry. When that gets messed up, sometimes it's hard to execute. Obviously, they have a goal on the power play, which is huge. So, did they just throw him out?
I don't know. I don't see him in the penalty
I'm not
box,
sure.
and yeah.
Either way, they have five. Fenwick has 5 forwards on this power play. So, interesting look. I like the look. Like I said, they were able to capitalize on the one earlier, so let's see if they're able to do it again here.
Here's Curtin to Pondalik. Up high. This shot by Fask gets tipped high and misses the net. Pondalik recovers, goes to Curtin at the right point. Cuts to the slot, now to Fask. Owen Fask gets it back to Curtin. Now back to Fask. Below the line, here's a touch pass, tic-tac-toe, and what a save by Janis, and another one, and this shot gets blocked. Great passing here for the Friars, but unable to beat William Janis in net. This centering pass, and a whiff shot there by Dominic Fosco. The Red Wings will find it and clear it, and the Red Wing bench can take a sigh of relief. Now they're pressuring shorthanded. Fenwick's going to get it. They've got a 5-on-3 rush here. while the other player comes back. Now here's Owen Fask. Cuts to the left side. Up high to her Curtin, but lost the puck, kept it in the zone, and Benet forces it out. Already a minute gone on this Friar power play. Looking to make it 2 out of 3 if they can convert.
And Benet hasn't been able to change. Here's that long change coming to effect. See if Fenwick's able to capitalize.
Leaking outside the zone. Here's a shorthanded rush for Murphy. Murphy tried to slide it over, and Pondelik punches that one. A legal hand pass in his own defensive zone. Here's Owen Fask. Over to Corvo, and he shoots. Pardon me, that was Fosco, but it missed the net high. And it does get outside the zone again. Just 20 seconds remaining on this advantage now. Corvo tips this one ahead for Fleming. Fleming looking over his options. Got it to Corvo for a one-timer. He really winded up there, but his shot goes high and knocks one of the senior night posters off of its moorings.
Guys, some great end-to-end action there from both teams. We saw in that last chance, Will Janis with a great left toe save to keep that out. We see Fenwick really favoring and move that puck towards the slot for a little quick one-timer on the power play.
Yeah, such a nice play. It went from Owen down to Verney, right to Fosco in the middle, working it really, really quick. You see a lot of NHL teams running that kind of play, and they ran it to perfection right there, unable to capitalize.
Free is DeWilkins, and we're back to 5-on-5. So Fenwick drops to 1 out of 3 on the man advantage in this game. Here's Sveit giveaway to Rosenthal. Rosenthal gets rid of a shot. He was being contested and missed the net. Now this one's tipped out off the stick of Corvo. To the near side half boards, Corvo takes a spill. So here comes Benet, but Matiziak had his stick at the right place at the right time to intercept that puck and get it back inside Red Wing territory. 10 minutes to go in the second period. Just one goal in the game took place in the first period, and early at that by the Fenwick Friars. Battle for the puck near the Red Wing bench, and the loose one goes to the Friars. Here comes Thomas Kalla over the line. Takes a hit along the end boards near the corner, and Benet will try and get it out. LaChance keeps it alive at the point. Matiziak fires, and that missed the net. It's partially blocked. Now DeWilkins chasing after this puck. Gets to it, needs some help as he goes below the line, and the puck hits the side of the net and bounces to a Fenwick player. Now here comes Billy Buckley over the line. Centers this one, and a backhand chance by Fleming, saved by Janis on the rebound. Senna's shot wouldn't go either. Senna gets it back over to the near side. Nobody there. I think he was going for the player who was on his way to the bench. Senna below the line, gets taken down, no call. Finally back up to his feet, and still no clear possession of this puck. Finally, it gets taken away by DeWilkins. He tries to clear. Owen Fask keeps it alive. Rosenthal loses the puck, goes right to Buckley, who kicks it over to Fosco just out of his reach. Would have been a nifty assist if that went in for a goal. Now another Friar gets taken down below the line. Finding it and clearing it for the Red Wings is Hudson Schlee. Will it go far enough? No, waved off at the last second. Benet hurries to get their change done. Fenwick trying to catch them in doing that. But this puck goes up high in the neutral zone, and Murphy trying to force this one in for a chance. That wouldn't work, so it goes to the far side. Buckley in his own zone. Another scrum for the puck by the Zamboni door. Far side half boards inside Fenwick territory. 7.5 to go in the second period. We're beyond halfway through regulation time in this one, as this goes out of play for a stoppage, 7:25 to be exact.
Yeah, and I think Fenwick should be very happy with how they're playing in the second period. They've come on hard. They've had a lot of chances. Again, the longer this goes as 1-0, the worse it is. So you got to try and find a way to capitalize on one of these chances. But they're generating a lot. They're dominating the play. They're spending the majority of the time in the offensive zone. For Benet, you need to simplify. You got to find a way to get this puck over the red line, get it in deep, make the Fenwick defenseman go back, chasing these pucks a bit more, try and tilt the ice a little bit more on your behalf.
And right in front of the net, a quick whistle to stop play as the net comes off its post. Mike, I want to touch on something. Part of our focus in the first period was the disparity in goal differential for each team. Benet plus 23, Fenwick minus 9. The opposite story in period number 2. Fenwick with a plus 25 goal differential in the middle frame. Benet with a minus 2, the only period they're in the minus column.
Yeah, and I think Benet definitely comes out strong. You could see it in that first period. They like to get a quick start. And Fenwick obviously gets settled into games when they're able to find their legs a bit as the game goes on and capitalize on a lot of chances in the second. Again, we haven't seen any goals in this period. Pretty low-scoring affair. Again, we've seen a bit more chances in the second period, but both goalies playing well and standing tall. Cole Alessi and Janice have both made some pretty good saves, and they're keeping both their teams in this game. So, but again, this game's going to crack open eventually, and again, you want to make sure that 2-0 versus 1-1 is a very different game. So it's so important to get this next goal.
DiCasala, part of another scrum along the corner inside Bennett's zone. Coming out with it now are the Red Wings as they will dump this down. Pondalik intercepts, goes to Hoover, and Hoover into the zone, 1-on-3, gets it poked away out of his possession. Then this thrown to the net, and a tip causes the puck to go just high. DiCasala back in his own end. Now here's Cam Corvo. Whiffed on that backhand pass attempt. And another board battle. Corvo gets a loose puck, tried a centering pass, but that gets intercepted by Xandis Hoover. He finds Rosenthal, who takes a ripper from 10 feet above the left circle, and Alessi saw it all the way without a screen. 5:58 to go in the second period. Again, just one goal in this game. Sean Pondalik on the power play. Of the 5 senior skaters on this team, he's one of them on senior night. Benet working in their attacking zone. O'Neal in the corner with it. Taken away by the Friars. Here comes John Moore. Ahead, poking this in front of everybody is Owen Fask, but he never caught up to the puck in time to get a shot attempt. Janice will just put a glove on it here.
Fenwick has so many different players that are able to create chances by themselves. Owen Fask, definitely one of those guys. We've seen Pondalik do it. We've seen Fosco do it. Again, they got to find a way to capitalize. I keep saying it, but it's so important. When it's a 1-0 game that you get that second one, but they're doing a really good job putting a lot of pressure on this Benet defense, making them stop them and trying to push with their speed to create as many chances as they can. They're doing a really, really good job of it right now.
Fenwick Friars probably want a couple more goals to feel comfortable against this very good Benet team. As this one leaks outside of Fenwick zone. In their previous 2 meetings, the Friars held Benet to just 2 goals in the second and third period. Here's a good pass and a backhander and another great save by Janice. Fask on the rebound, turns around and fires, and it gets deflected high. Janice has had a few great saves in this one. Here's Fask again with it. Cuts down low. Avoids a check. Fask still with the puck. Now to John Moore. Slap shot from the point, and Janice makes a thudding stop. Schlee waits to be on sides, does that. Takes a shot on a toe drag and a save by Alessi. O'Rourke down to Schlee. Fleming to Tantero. Now Jake Alessi pinning the puck up against the boards. Sort of been a theme of this broadcast. A lot of those board battles for possession as this shot is stopped. And now chasing after it was the Fenwick Friars. That was Tantero, but he couldn't catch up to it. He had a little bit more speed there. Might have had a breakaway that looked to be offsides, but no, says the linesman. This shot from the left side is stopped by Alessi. Hoover rips one, penalty coming up as the net comes off and the whistle will sound. 3:33, should I say tree to go in the second. 1-0 to Fenwick.
Dylan, I love your Eddie O impression there, but Mike, you highlight that both teams, or you highlight how it's so low scoring in this game, just 1-0 through the majority of this second period. But both goalies, we've seen it down, Will Janis down our right, are playing exceptional tonight. Fenwick with a lot of great chances, especially in this period, and put a lot of pressure on this Red Wings defense. But Will Janis is up to the task, number 50 in white.
So Brendan O'Neill will have a seat. Tied for the third most penalty minutes on this team coming into this game, now has that sole lead. And for the fourth time in the contest, the Friars are on a power play. Here's Curtin. Goes over to Fask. And Janis will hang on to this one.
Yeah, and they did a good job there. Curtin up top, moving it, I think it was to Pondalek on the right-hand side, and then working it back to Owen Fask on the left side and drawing the Benet defenders all the way over to the right-hand side of the zone. I'd like to see them try to attack the middle of the ice rather than taking the shot from the outside, kind of walk it to the middle, get a better angle on the shot. But they're doing a good job of working pucks around and getting these killers to get out of position and then try and capitalize and make them pay for it.
3:12 to go in the period. 1:36 on the power play. Owen Fask makes a hit into the near side boards, and that's going to draw another penalty. Mike, you called it right there. Walk us through what happened.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, pretty simple. You can't hit a guy from behind like that. I mean, he turns his back at the last second. I think it was Curtin there that took the hit, but it's hard. It's hard, right? Like this is something that USA Hockey's really worked hard on to try to kind of get rid of in the game, is these kind of dangerous hits. And that he ends up calling a rough. A lot of refs call that hit from behind or boarding, which is an automatic 2 and 10 minute. But now Fenwick has a 5-on-3. Massive opportunity here for them to try and capitalize, make this 2-0 game. And, but again, I imagine the thought process is the same. Work this puck around as quickly as you can, get these killers moving, get Janis moving left to right, find an opening and try to hit something on the back door, or again, try and create a shot off of a pass. That's the best way to score on 5-on-3s.
And a long 5-on-3 too. 1:20 seconds to work with here as the second period winds down. Fenwick trying to double their lead here as Curtin has it up high. Gets it over, and this shot by Fosco got deflected wide. Fosco gets it back. Now Curtin, slap shot blocked by Hoover, who got a piece. Fosco racing to keep it in the zone, but he'll just let it go. And the Friars will reset. 53 seconds before this comes a 5-on-4, and we get a whistle here.
I think he's saying to hit something on the bench maybe, but either way, the shot Curtin took there, again, like I said, you like to try and generate shots or generate the chances by passing it and then by getting the shots directly off of a pass. Again, when you have a two-man advantage, you should really not be shooting the puck unless it's a really, really high-grade scoring chance. And again, when you're forcing out a 5-on-3, it makes the defensive job a lot easier. It's already so difficult for them, but when you just settle for shots that aren't necessarily there, it makes it very difficult. So definitely something. They still got 45 seconds here. Try and get this puck in the zone quick, get set up, and create a nice chance.
John Moore to Karabatzos with speed over the line, right wing side. Down to the corner, centering pass for Fleming, and I think Janis got a piece of that. Moore now keeps it alive at the point. Fask to Corvo. He shoots, and a right save by Janis. 20 seconds left on the two-man advantage. Here's Moore. High slot goes to Corvo, right circle. He shoots, and another save by William Janis. Puck stuck in the equipment of DeWilkins. Gets it free just in time to avoid a whistle and clears it. And that'll finish the first penalty. So Fenwick not able to convert with 1:20 plus of 2-man advantage time, 33 more seconds of 5-on-4. Karabatsos on the near side. Try to pass, but that's intercepted. Here comes Rosenthal. One-on-one look. Rosenthal cuts right, gets rid of a shot, and the save is made by Alessi. Now this one's sent all the way down for Xandis Hoover in his own zone. And cleared again. That will finish the second penalty. So Benet comes in clutch, killing 2 penalties, including 1:20 of 5-on-3. This shot by Corvo is stopped by Janis, and it gets deflected up into the netting. Out of play. William Janis having a night so far with 19 stops on the 20 shots he's seen.
Guys, that whole play starts from Alessi manning that puck from behind his own goal crease, throws it off the glass, and gets his team in transition. What a play by the goaltender there.
.47 seconds to go, and this faceoff won so cleanly that it goes all the way down to their own zone. Rosenthal, backhand pass to Terza. Now Dusick. Over to the near side, intercepted by the Friars. And another board battle. So we get down to 15 left in the second period. Pondalek with the game's only goal and a team leading 25% shooting accuracy. This gets dumped down again. That'll finish the second period. There's the buzzer, and the teams will head into the locker room. And after 34 minutes of play, just 1 puck in the net, and it belongs to Pondalek on the power play. And the teams will get a breather here, talk things over with their coaches. But Mike, what do you like from both sides here after 2?
Yeah, again, Fenwick's been doing a very good job of pushing the pace. They've been using their speed, creating a lot of chances on the rush, as well as working pucks low to high to their D, getting pucks on net. For Benet, you just killed off a massive 5-on-3. You have a lot of confidence going into this third. Obviously, you lose Anthony Pacheco. I think he's out for the game. I don't know if we've gotten an update on that, but I expect players like Cole Rosenthal and Hudson Schlee to step up and really try to make a difference in this third. But this is anybody's game. I mean, they're really battling right now. They're really fighting. It's been a physical game. It's been a quick game, so I expect a really good third.
All right, Dylan Ward, Mike Doherty, and Wes Anderson. We will be back in about 10 minutes' time as soon as the Zamboni finishes its business here. But don't go anywhere. Jimmy the Wiz Olsen, our technical engineer, has got some highlights queued up to keep you company, and we'll see you soon. Welcome back to the CCHL Network Game of the Week. We've got a low-scoring affair here on Fenwick's senior night. Earlier, before the game, Wes was talking to assistant coach of the Red Wings, Andrew Schlee, but now he's over on the Fenwick bench. He's going to have a talk with head coach Nick Fabrini about the opening 2 periods. Wes, down to you.
Thanks, Dylan. Coach Sean Pendelik, your leading goal scorer, gets you on the board again here tonight. Just talk about what he means to this team.
He does everything for us. You know, he in all 3 zones, he's always playing the right way. We use a lot of film of him for the right way to forecheck, and you know, can't say enough about him and just everything he's brought to the team this year.
You're 17 minutes away from beating this team for the first time this year. What do you need to do in this 3rd period to come out with a win?
We got to keep playing. You know, we're not going to sit back. We got to make sure that we're getting pucks out and getting pucks in and not giving them any 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities, and I think that's what will end up hurting us here.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes. 17 minutes on the clock. The first time these 2 teams met, it was 6-3 Benet right here at the Edge Ice Arena. And most recently, Benet won 2-1, so that was more of a low-scoring affair. And this one, also a low-scoring affair. Fenwick with the lead here. They're going to try and finish this one off on senior night. Dylan Ward, Mike Doherty, and Wes Anderson down at ice level. Matt Buden, our cameraman, and Jimmy the Wiz Olsen queuing up replays and updating the scoreboard on your screen. Back to our first period side, so the long change has come to a close. And in a game full of penalties and special teams, particularly Benet penalties, Fenwick's had 5 power plays, and that was enough to score the only goal of the game on their 2nd of 5. And we are underway. Here is Dika Sala for the Red Wings with speed. Lost that puck, and Fleming will get it to the far side. Catching up to it is Buckley. Billy Buckley dumps this one down below the line, and it's picked up by Benet in the corner. Fosco centered it, looking for Verney. Believe that was his intention, but goes back to him instead, and from the right side, he'll fire a shot. It's saved, and he'll immediately head to the bench for a change.
And Fenwick getting right back to what they were doing in the 2nd. Again, creating a lot of speed in the neutral zone to try and put pressure on the defense. Something to note, they're fixing that net down there by Janis. That net keeps coming off. Cole Lessie was dealing with it as well. But, again, you know, Fenwick's got to find a way to capitalize here and create as many chances as they can in this period. Continue to push the pace.
Another save by Janis, and Mike, that's a good point. We've seen the net come off its post maybe 3-4 times in this game at this point, and I believe every single time it's been
side,
that one
yep.
down to our left.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Alessi back in his own zone. Got it over to Moore, and now this gets tipped down. Verney chasing after it. Battle in the corner. It's grabbed by DeWilkins. He will get it out to neutral for Holwick. Turned away by Cole Alessi. And a backhand wraparound try. They score! DeWilkins got the first shot, and that just bounced over the goal line. I'm going to have to take a look at the replay on that one, but quickly it's tied.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty innocent play. It looked like Fenwick had the coverage there, but DeWilkins was able to find a way through, end up pretty much on the doorstep. First one, Cole Lessie was able to get a pad on. Second one, he's able to put to the top of the net, bury it.
And that just went right over the goaltender like a rainbow.
Let's see if Wes got something.
Mike, that's a great pickup. It looked pretty harmless at first. I don't think Alessi was securing out that right post all the way. He's able to catch him high over that right shoulder and put the puck, and the puck beats him. It's in the net.
So Jeremy DeWilkins ties things up with his 6th goal of the season. And it didn't take long in the 3rd period. Got to wonder what John Grisbick was saying to his guys in that locker room. They came out firing. Fenwick leading shots 21-16. In spite of losing both previous matchups, Fenwick outshot the Red Wings both times 46-27, and then in the second game, a little closer, 22-20. Luke LaChance goes to Karabatsos. Now it's Carter Fask. Delayed offsides allows Luke LaChance to send it over. Neutral ice. This is dumped down by Karabatsos off the end boards, and it's taken by Benet, who gets it out to neutral ice. LaChance into the zone, waited to be on sides, tried to pass it over to Carter Fask, but a stick gets in the way from a white sweater. Nice dangle there by Karabatsos to get rid of a oncoming checker. He'll go to the bench. Owen Fask now, sending this one all the way down into the zone. And now Hudson Schlee. It's taken by the Red Wings. They're into the zone. O'Neal across. Here's a shot. Left circle and a save made by Alessi. Fask out to neutral ice. Now Fleming. Fosco Fask. Owen Fask dumps this one down. Grabbed by Fleming in the corner, but taken away by Hudson Schlee of the Benet Red Wings. Senna now. Couldn't catch up to that, so Rosenthal takes it away. Cade Rosenthal out to his brother Cole, but to Wilkins. Back for Hoover. Now to Wilkins, was waiting at the blue line, but couldn't hang on to that puck. A little too hot for him to handle, and he could have had a breakaway. Pondelik out to Tantero. Tantero tried a centering pass, but getting a stick in the way of that was Cade Rosenthal. Now Cole Rosenthal over the line, gets rid of a shot, and that missed the net way high into the left. And now a Fryer taken down. Bench wants a penalty. They're not going to be awarded one. DiCasala, now a penalty will be called. And Fenwick is furious here. They think that the first one should have gone their way, and now, instead of a power play, they're going to be on a penalty kill.
And they may have gotten an additional one. Sveet, upset about the non-call earlier, was yelling at the ref, and he's going to the box. I don't know if he'll tee him up for a 10-minute, but Pondelik then afterwards, we'll see what they end up calling. Again, this is one of those calls where they're trying to eliminate these kind of hits from the game. It looked like it was from behind. Whether they call a hit from behind or a rough is a big distinction. Again, Sean Pondelik, a senior on senior night. Hopefully they don't give him a 2-10 here. It looked pretty harmless to me, but again, Coach Fabrini is now pleading his case to the ref. I think both teams have arguments of missed calls throughout this game, but again, regardless, it looks like Bennett's going to have a 5-on-4 opportunity. Try to take the lead here with about 12 minutes left in the second period, or third period, I'm sorry.
And we've got a 2 linesmen, 1 referee crew in this one in terms of officials. And
so a short one, right? They usually have 4.
Yeah, so the referee, the lone referee, is not afraid to call one of those 10-minute misconduct or unsportsmanlike penalties. We saw that earlier go against Benet, and yeah, that's what they're going to go with here. 10 minutes.
Does Sveet or Pondelik have
Sveet.
10 minutes? Sveet gets 10 minutes for misconduct for talking, I think, and then what they call for Pondelik?
Cross-checking.
Yeah, so he's going to get the 2 minutes. So they didn't call it 2-10 on Pondelik, which, again, you could call that hit from behind. Technically, it was from behind. Obviously, they didn't, so we have 2 minutes. Fenwick, massive opportunity. They have to find a way to kill this penalty here and keep this game 1-1. Benet adversely, again, let's look. If they're working this puck up to the top, looking for that backdoor play, try and create an easy chance for them. Again, no Pacheco, who I think usually runs this power play, so a bit of a different look for them. See if someone else is able to step up.
Schlee gets rid of a shot. Save made by Alessi. Forced to make a stop just 4 seconds into the power play, and another penalty gets called here.
And maybe a makeup call, maybe, but you know you got to keep control of your stick. I think he caught Cam Corvo in the face, and they're going to call a high stick.
Jeremy DeWilkins, one of the fewest penalty minutes on this team, with 9, will go to the box. Also one of the 2 goal scorers in this game, and So we're going to get a full 152 here of 4 aside. Fenwick in the attacking end. At the corner, Benet has it. Battle for the puck, and finally they come free with it. It's Hudson Schlee gliding through neutral. Steps over the line and backhands it down. Luke LaChance will take over. 4 skaters aside on penalties, 8 seconds apart. Now this one out for Fleming. He has some space, but can't catch up to the puck after he dove for it. Not sure what his plan was if he ended up getting to that puck. But either way, nice effort. Kala back in his own zone. Got it to Fosco. Steps over center ice line, and now the blue line. A shot gets juggled in the air by Janis, but eventually safe. Cole Rosenthal rips one just after stepping over the blue line. That's high of the crossbar. Benet with some new skaters out there, and Fenwick will dump it down. 42 seconds to go in this 4-on-4. Owen Fask centers it. Fosco tips it, and it just misses the net. Jake Alessi, left point. Hangs onto the puck before getting it back. Goes to Moore. Gets it to Fosco, left circle. The Red Wings try and clear it out. Alessi keeps it alive. This shot gets blocked by a skate. 10:24 to go in period number 3 here at the Edge Ice Arena, just south of O'Hare Airport in Bensonville. 1 goal for each side. Pondalik gets set free, so now Benet on a power play for 3 seconds, and now that's over, and we're back to 5-on-5. And the whistle will sound here with 10:01 to go in this tied game.
I believe they're going to give Benet a too-many-men penalty here. I believe that's what the ref signaled, and looks like they have a guy going to the box. And now Fenwick back to the power play, given a huge opportunity to take the lead here.
Yeah, Mike, head coach Nick Fabrini pleading with the officials there to call that too many men. And like you said, Fenwick's got a great opportunity with just over 10 minutes left in this third period to take the lead here.
So even though one only lasted 8 seconds, Fenwick will go on their 7th power play of this game. Benet does take the second most penalties in the Chicago Catholic Hockey League with 246 coming into this game. That number's now way higher. Here's Curtin to Owen Fask. Down below the line. Owen Fask gets it again. Now here's Verney. Owen Fask to the high slot Curtin. Now down to the right circle, a shot and a goal! Sean Pondalik gets his second of the game, second power play goal of the game, and Fenwick hops back to the lead.
And it was a very similar look to the last goal that they scored. They were able to work it around. Mike Verney down low, an unsung hero for this team. I think he has a really, really good impact on this play, but he's a reliable player. But he's able to work it up to Michael Curtin, who's able to get it over to Pondalik, who picks his spot, gets it by Janis. Now Fenwick has a huge opportunity to get a massive win for them, up 2-1 with 9.5 minutes left in this third period.
Sean Pondalik leads this team now with 5 power play goals this CCHL season. And a big one there in the final 10 minutes of this period. 2 for 7 on the power play are the Fenwick Friars.
And maybe we could send it down to Wes in a minute, but Fenwick bench is going nuts right now. I can hear him yelling from all the way up here. Love the energy from them right now.
Definitely check on Wes at the next whistle. Here's Pondalik with 2 goals in this game. Out to Verney, it missed him. Corvo chasing after it, but couldn't get to it. It'll be an icing.
Mike, you're right indeed. I'm glad the mic was off. They're pretty hyped down here. You know that testosterone, these teenagers can get pretty high when they get hyped in that manner. But yeah, Sean Pondalik, similar goal. What a shot. The only 2 that have been able to beat Janis tonight have been high to that glove side, and this Fenwick Friars power play has stayed hot tonight, boys.
Here's a shot and a quick save off the faceoff by Alessi. Now, here comes Fenwick into the zone. A shot stopped by the shoulder of William Janis. Kala up high. This gets tipped towards the net by Karabatsos, but it goes wide. Fast gets taken down, and the Fenwick bench wanted a penalty again. They are really frustrated with the officiating staff in this game, and now they're going to get a penalty as a hit goes into the boards. And this is the second time this has happened in the game where immediately after Fenwick was unpleased by a no call, they get a penalty against them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're called. Maybe it was a little bit late. They're calling a rough. I think it was a late hit. That's pretty much the exact opposite of what you want to do at this point when you just score a massive goal, got all the energy on your side. Obviously, high school hockey, we know momentum is key, and they had all of it there. They're giving Benet an opportunity to get back into this hockey game. Obviously, it's only 2-1. They're still in the hockey game, but giving them a big opportunity on a man advantage to tie this thing up here.
All right, so here's Hoover. Senna tries to chip it out, but kept alive by Hoover. They'll go down low. LaChance pressuring. But DeWilkins hangs on to it. Here's Hudson Schlee shooting from the right circle, and the save is made by Alessi. Benet keeps it up. Here's a ripper by Xandis Hoover that missed the net. Now this gets tipped and hits the post. Wow. Close call for Benet there. And now from the point, the goaltender will cover this one up. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle, but quickly broken up by the linesman.
Guys, the famous old hockey term, your goalie has to be your best penalty killer. We see it less there with a few great saves, a ton of pressure by this Red Wings power play. On that last chance, we saw him go with the left shoulder save. There's a little bit of room up top, so something that this coaching staff for the Red Wings must have seen and film before. They're really favoring that side here on the power play.
Here's a tip on net. Nice save by Alessi if he got a piece of that. Believe he got a glove on it. Now to the net again. Schlee shoots, and another big save by Alessi. Now up high, it's Rosenthal. He rips one. That's blocked by Corvo. Now here comes Fenwick shorthanded. Corvo's got it. Has Pondalek to his right, sitting on 2 goals. Corvo, backhand shot, and that hit the side of the net. Now Corvo going to waste some time here, dumping this one down. Fenwick will change all 4. This gets dumped all the way down, and an icing violation by the Red Wings whilst on a power play.
Yeah, really unbelievable sequence by Cole Alessi there, making 2 or 3 point blankers that looked like they were labeled for the back of the net. Looks like we got some fans waving at the camera, but really good sequence by Cole Alessi. Like Wes mentioned, a lot of times on a penalty kill, your goalie's got to be the best player, and he was right there. 2 or 3 really good saves to keep Fenwick up 1.
6:50 to go in regulation time. Fenwick up 2-1 on their senior night. Senior Sean Pondalek with both Friar goals. Both on the power play. Benet on the power play here with just 13 seconds to work with, looking to avoid going 0 for 3. Here's O'Neill. His no-look pass intercepted by Matiziak, who gets it outside the zone. Free is Curtin, and we are back to 5-on-5. The Red Wings fall down to 0 for 3 on the power play. LaChance dumps that one down. Heller given up here. This shot hit the side of the net. They try and dump it out, but LaChance keeps it alive. Thrown to the net, tipped, and it goes into the far side corner. Under 6 minutes to go at the Edge Ice Arena. 2-on-1 for Benet, seemingly out of nothing. Here's Christensen. He scores, but a whistle.
Uh-oh.
And what do we have here?
This is bringing me back to the Blackhawks in 2013, Wes, when Nicholas Hjalmarsson had the call before. I thought the whistle went before he shot it. but it was very close. I'm not sure what the whistle was for, Wes. I don't know if you saw it, but definitely something behind the play.
Well, the whistle definitely went before he shot.
It definitely seemed like it went before he shot it.
Yeah, guys, and I think that's what head coach for the Fenwick Friars, Nick Fabrini, saying to the refs as well. You could see that the ref looked like a little uneasy as soon as he blew the whistle.
What could he be calling behind the play like that to stop it?
Maybe a slash. I'm not completely sure, but Nick Fabrini is very adamant that goal should not count.
Well, the 3 officials were huddled by the scorekeeper's area, and Benet believes they have scored here. They celebrated and went down the handshake line, but
and they're going to call a penalty, so it looks like they're going to call it back. Wow, what a call.
Gavin Murphy being escorted to the box. And a man from Fenwick as well, Luke LaChance.
They're calling coincidentals. They must have been tied up behind the play, and he blew it dead. That's you don't see again. That's almost the exact same situation as the Hawks back in 2013, but really, really interesting play.
Mike, you were spot on with that. I think everybody remembers when they were playing. I think it was at Game 7 against the Detroit Red Wings. In the second round of the playoffs, Nick Johnson takes a horrible penalty behind the play that negates what could have been a potential winner. Luckily, for the hometown faithful, they're able to pull it out in overtime. And
yeah, I was at that game. Unbelievable.
So a really tough break for Benet on the road. Tied the game up, but waved off due to a whistle about half a second before the puck went over the line on coincidental penalties behind the play. Here comes DeWilkins into the zone, shoots, and an awkward-looking save for Alessi, but he made it. So here comes Fosco the other direction. Loses the puck, and it gets chipped out to neutral ice. Another missed penalty according to the Fenwick bench. Now here's an icing against the Friars. They'll take a D-zone face-off.
Yeah, these parents want to call on everything. I mean, I don't know what they're looking at there, but again, 4.5, just under 5 minutes left in this game for Fenwick. You want to try and defend as much as possible. Obviously, get pucks out of the zone, get pucks in deep, not give up any neutral zone turnovers. And for Benet, you want to spend as much time in this offensive zone, putting as much pressure on this Fenwick team to defend, to keep pucks out of the middle of the ice, and obviously put as many pucks as you can on Cole Alessi, who's been stellar in this game. But you got to test him here, make him make some saves to close this one out.
And, you know, for Benet, it's not just that goal, Mike, that got waved off. It was the one where Alessi punched the net off of its post as well. So if both of those had counted, it could be 3-2 Benet right now.
Yeah, refs definitely having an impact on this game, and to a lot of people's dislike. And
Verney got that pass in his skates, but a whiff on the clear by the goaltender, but the puck is safe. 4:19 to go. Here's Corvo. Lost the puck, gets poked away by the goaltender. Corvo picks it back up in the near side corner. Meanwhile, behind the play, some stuff happening in the neutral zone. I had my eye down to our left, and now a save here by Janis, but I don't know if any of you guys saw what was happening in neutral ice.
It looked like they were just tied up, and one of the guys was grabbing the other guy's stick. But this is the exact kind of game where not having that fourth official really comes into play. 'Cause there's a lot of stuff behind the play that's happening that, you know, like these kids are able to get away with when there's, you know, when you're short an official. But definitely been very chippy. Again, this is an old rivalry. Both these teams want to win. They don't like each other, and you know, they're leaving it all out here. Last game of the year before playoffs or last matchup for these two teams against each other, before playoffs. So they want to win, and we're going to have another power play for Fenwick here.
Ethan Heller hit a man into the boards, and there's going to be some extra after the whistle. We'll see if we get any more penalties called.
Yeah, Bennett's definitely going to have an initial one. I'm not sure what they're going to call. Again, it depends on what he calls, whether it's a 2 and a 10. But that's definitely a hit that could be called a 2 and 10. And there are some extracurriculars that'll be, I assume, coincidental. Hopefully for Fenwick's sake, they're going to be hoping that it's not going to negate the power play, but should have the initial power play with, you know, coincidental offset for the scrum at the end. It looks like we're getting another player thrown out here. Ethan Heller just went to the locker room as well.
And that was the guy who initiated it with the hit up against the boards to draw the penalties, and 3:55 to go in the third period. And guys, in 2 games played between these two teams, 20 penalty minutes. I'm no math whiz, but my calculations conclude that that's about 10 per game combined by both teams. Quite a different story here in January.
And again, they're like it's a rivalry game, so they're going to play hard. They're going to play physical. Obviously, you don't want to put anybody in danger in any way, but they're going to fight and they're going to do everything they can to win. Again, I think these refs are kind of sorting out what exactly the calls are going to be. If they threw Heller out, I believe that has to be a 5-minute major in a game. I believe that would be the only call. Wes, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's most likely what they called on him. With, again, the extra penalties to Fenwick guys for the fighting afterwards.
Yeah, I think as the refs try and sort this out, it could be a 2 and a 10. Both teams have kind of lost their composure here in the last few minutes, something that you didn't expect from teams that are coached this well. And as this game goes forward, I think the refs are trying to take control of that. That's why you see a few extra penalties going from both sides.
3:55 to go in the third period. 2 goals by Sean Pondalek and 1 from Jeremy DeWilkins on the Benet side puts us at our 2-1 score line. Only 1 hat trick this season for the Fenwick Friars in regular season play belongs to Carter Fask. Pondalek 1 goal away from grabbing the second HT of the season for the Black Sweaters, and they haven't updated the scoreboard with penalties yet, but we do have 3 guys in the Fenwick box, just 1 in the Benet box, but as you pointed out, 1 player that was ejected from the match.
Well, you have Sveet and
right, Sveet is still in there from that 10-minute
right
call earlier.
As the Benet player is also in there for a 10-minute for talking earlier, correct? So I think the 2 guys here are in there for Fenwick. Again, the question is how it'll affect the advantage, whether they're going to take away the advantage, but nothing's up on the scoreboard, so again, it would be very nice to have a second official here to help sort a lot of this stuff out. This guy's doing his best to get this call right, and obviously at an important part of this game with just under 4 minutes left in a 1-goal game. Obviously, it's important to get it right, but it's a lot more difficult when he's out there by himself. But looks like we're going to be 5-on-5, which is interesting. But after all that,
so no advantage in terms of numerical strength.
Guys, I got a little bit of an update. I think they're going to call a few coincidentals, and like you said, Mike, we're going to play 5-on-5. Not sure how the refs came to that conclusion. As you said, if there's usually when there's a 4th ref here, it's easy to sort things out, but there's only the 3-legged dog here tonight, so we're going to play on here with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third period.
Boys, he earned his money tonight. Alessi dumps this one down, just avoids touching the ceiling for a whistle. 3:46 to go. Benet trails by 1 here on the road. Fenwick trying to win against this Red Wing side for the first time this season. Fenwick right now tied with Brother Rice for points. For 4th place in the CCHL standings, looking to climb up that ladder and catch Benet, who's in 3rd. Regulation win would be key for the Friars here. This shot goes wide of the net. Maybe got a piece of something, and it's thrown to the cage again. We'll keep our eye down to our left at William Janis, the Benet goaltender. See when head coach John Grisbeck goes for the 6th attacker. Still some time before that'll happen. 3 minutes on the clock. In the near side corner, another whistle, and I'm not sure if we have another penalty here.
I think that Bennett's going to go. I didn't see what happened. He's calling a slash. I think it was something in front of the net maybe. But they've upped it. Yeah, they have the game sheet here. It looks like they gave Will Janis a penalty on the previous play as well. Heller got a 10-minute for checking from behind, so they threw him out. And then obviously the 2 penalties on each team cancel out. So that's why we ended up 5-on-5. But now we're 5-on-4. Fenwick with the 1-man advantage. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third period. Big opportunity here for them to extend this lead and kind of put this game away.
52 penalty minutes combined by both teams in this game so far after that one. This will get cleared down by Benet. So now the Red Wings will be shorthanded in this key portion of the game, looking for the game tire. Here's Pondalek, who's sitting on 2 power play goals tonight already. A Benet player gets taken down. It's no penalty. The Benet bench wants a call here, but they're not going to get one. Goes below the line, Rosenthal. To the backhand, to the net. It was a weak shot, and Alessi had no problem. 2:20 left in this third period, 1:28 on the Friar power play.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Rosenthal's game. He's created a lot of chances. Obviously, with Pacheco out, they've relied heavily on him. But even there, late in this game, on the penalty kill, he's able to create a chance, make Alessi at least to make a save. Wasn't the hardest shot, but still able to create that chance, force a turnover, working hard on the forecheck. But he's had a great game today for the Benet Red Wings.
Not sure if our cameras caught that, but Dominic Fosco, the leading point producer on this team, needed some help getting back to the bench as he was laboring after that play. So we'll see if we see him return at any point in this game, which is pretty late, 2:12 to go. We'll also see if the Red Wings wait until the power play's over to pull the goaltender. Janis is still sitting in the cage for now. Hudson Schlee chips one from the goal line in close, and another good save for Alessi.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when Gersbeck decides to pull Janis. There's a minute 6 left on the penalty kill, minute 58 left in the game, so they won't have much time. Ideally, you're going to try and get an offensive zone draw with maybe like 10 or 15 seconds left on that kill and pull them, but definitely going to have to get him out here soon.
This gets sent down by the Friars. Dusick will take over. At this point in the game, your penalty kill strategy changes a little bit. It's not just about preventing a goal, it's about finding a way to score shorthanded. But here comes Fenwick back into the zone. It's Cam Corvo down the right wing side. Corvo gets it back. Backhander. And the save by Janis some more. Pushing and shoving after the whistle, and the referee's calling some more penalties.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Tommy Fleming was in there, as well as I'm not sure of the number of the Benet player, but he came in late. Looks like that's who he's going to call here.
And yes, indeed, there goes Zandis Hoover to the penalty box. And another player for Benet. Looks like that's Frosco, but he's not going to go, as a matter of fact. And now we're going to get a timeout here, and that's a very smart play, as you're going to be shorthanded for the remainder of this game now. And when you pull the goaltender, if you do it before the first penalty's up, you're still going to be shorthanded in terms of skaters.
Yeah, they've put themselves in a pretty difficult position here to find a way to even it up here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I believe Fenwick called the timeout. I think Benet used theirs on that last one, but they just want to make sure they get everything in order and don't give up anything easy here.
Yeah, Mike, you're right about that. Nick Fermini called the timeout. I think he wanted to go over everything at once. This first Red Wings penalty is done with, just so when the Red Wings do pull Janis, it's a 5-on-5 opportunity. His team knows where they should be defensively.
All right, so we've got 1 minute, 28 seconds in the third period. The Fenwick Friars lead. They're going to have a 2-man advantage for 35 seconds before a normal power play that will last until the end of the game. It's going to be really interesting to see the strategy here by the Red Wings. This is a unusual circumstance.
You got 128 left with 35 on the kill. I think at this point you gotta
wait, right?
You gotta wait. You gotta try and get it deep, and then get this guy. You want to try and get the guy out of the box with the puck in the offensive zone, ideally, obviously. But obviously, one thing Coach Fabrini is definitely going to be talking about is making sure they don't give up a breakaway on that when that guy leaves the zone, making sure they get that defenseman out to cover that. But for Fenwick, you're just trying to keep that puck below that goal line down there. Not give up anything easy for Benet, and try and get out of here last minute and a half with a win here.
It'll be 53 seconds to work with once it goes back to a 5-on-4. Here's Corvo over to Moore. Now to Pondelik, who's at the left side circle. Sean Pondelik up high to Moore. His shot stopped by Janis. Rebound, they score! And it's Michael Verney with his 9th of the year. And he extends the lead to 3-1 with 1:08 to go in the third.
And Mike Verney, we mentioned him. I think he's helped set up the play on the earlier goal and the second goal for Pondelik. But he's been a great player for this Fenwick team. Really an unsung hero, I think. He doesn't put up a lot of points, gets on the score sheet here and there, but he's a great locker room guy and creates a lot of chances for this team. He sees the ice really well, and he's able to find a rebound there and beat Janis and pretty much put this game away with just over a minute left, and they still have a man advantage.
Michael Verney, the junior on senior night, adding some insurance. And now if you're going to pull the goaltender, now would be the time, so it doesn't look like that's what Bennett's going to do. This pass missed, it'll go all the way down.
They're going to get no zone draw, so maybe pull him here to give it a chance. Down two with, yeah, they're going to pull him here. They're going to give it. Yeah, I think you have to. Again, obviously you're down 2 and you're shorthanded, so the odds are against you. But you know you want to give your boys a chance to at least fight and find a way. So I like the call. I like pulling him to give him a chance, and so it's going to be even strength here.
Face-off win for Benet. Rosenthal down to the corner. They haven't hit the pause button on the music yet. As we keep playing, down to 40 seconds to go. Down to the corner. Finally, the music stops playing. 30 seconds left. Time running out for the Red Wings. They're down by 2. They need a goal right about now, but 2 players tied up down in the corner, and we're going to get more penalties in this game. 24.2 on the clock.
It looks like Thomas Kalla and Cole Rosenthal were tied up, grabbing each other. Just a sense of frustration, I'm sure from Rosenthal. The end of this game. Obviously, like I said, I've liked the way he's played. He's created a lot of chances. Maybe it wasn't Rosenthal. Maybe I'm mistaken. Sorry about that. But definitely some frustration from Benet. They've had a lot of chances in this game. They've played a good game. Unable to beat Cole Lessie enough to find a win, but you know, just a little bit of frustration, a little bit of chippiness towards the end of this game here.
It's not over yet, guys. It would take a miracle here for Benet. 24 seconds. With an attacking zone draw, they'll keep the goaltender on the bench and make it 5-on-5 while shorthanded. Face-off win for Benet. Rosenthal shoots. Big glove save by Alessi. Centering pass intercepted. Fleming will clear it all the way down, and it'll be an icing. 13.2 seconds left now. All but official now, boys.
And again, obviously, you're up 2 with 20 seconds left, but a really nice save by Cole Alessi. He's had a great game. Really stood tall in net for the Friars, and he's a big reason why they're going to come away with the win here.
Curtin clears it out to neutral ice. Rosenthal will grab it. And as the clock winds down, it is Fenwick victorious on their senior night. The senior, Sean Pondelik, with 2 power play goals, including the game winner in the third. And for the first time this season, Fenwick takes down Benet here at the Edge Ice Arena.
Yeah, even more chippiness at the end of the game there. Tommy Fleming got caught up with a few Benet players who were letting him have it. But as you mentioned, a really important win for this Fenwick team. You know, looking to build some momentum here going into the playoffs. Obviously, they're looking to improve in the standings as well and try and catch this Benet team before the end of the regular season. But was impressed with how they played, using their speed, and really able to take advantage.
Cole Alessi with a great performance, making 22 saves. The sophomore for the Fenwick Friars. The junior got on the board, but it was Sean Pondelik, the star here, with his 16th and 17th goals of the CCHL campaign. And the handshake line commences And a successful senior night for the Fenwick Friars. And there is senior Sean Pondalek with 2 goals on the night, getting ready for a talk with Wes Anderson following that big win. Wes, down to you.
Thanks, Dylan. We got a
Like I said before, Fenwick Cup champions 2023. Let's go!
We got Cam Corvo, the captain of this Fenwick Friars team, pretty excited. But Sean, 2 goals on senior night. Just what does it mean to contribute like this on such a big night?
Oh, it feels good. I mean, we lost them twice already this season. I didn't want to lose the series and get swept. So.
We heard your captain just now talk about the Kennedy Cup. How do you guys look to build on a win like this as you go into the postseason?
Oh, well, we play Ignatius in 2 days. We got to beat them. We don't want to get swept by them either. So that's another big game.
Okay, go enjoy your team. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Wes. That was Sean Pondalek. And for any of you who were tuned in on Thursday night, that Mount Carmel versus Fenwick game, Cam Corvo said the exact same thing. That's what he was getting at, if you didn't hear it before. And Sean Pondalek, the senior, with 2 power play goals on the night to help Fenwick to the 3-1 home victory on senior night. And now we're going to go back down to Wes. He's standing by now with the coach. So, Wes, go ahead.
Thanks, Dylan. Coach, you guys have 3 power play goals to propel you in this one. You finally beat Benet. Just take me through what you were going through mentally on the bench there in the 3rd period.
We talked a lot about not giving them chances to get back in the game. They came out and got one early in the 3rd, and obviously not really the way that we drew it up, but there was no panic on the bench. I think that we, if anything, we dug in and trusted the process, and the power play came through for us today.
Cole Leslie with a few key saves when you needed him. Just talk about his game, how you guys relied on him throughout the season.
Yeah, he played great tonight. I think when he's on, he's as good as any goalie in the league, and tonight he really made sure that anytime they had opportunities, I thought we did a pretty good job of limiting them, but anytime they had some really good opportunities, Cole shut them down, and he's going to be a big part of things here for a long time. He's only a sophomore.
All right, thanks, Coach. Go and enjoy it with your team.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, Wes, great job down there at ice level tonight, giving us the down low all throughout the game. Mike Doherty, to my right, do you have any final words before we sign off?
No, good game. Obviously a huge win for Fenwick. Benet will be looking to come back in the playoffs and try and take it back, take this win away from them a little bit. But really good game. Really impressed by both teams, and I look forward to seeing how this Catholic League playoff outlook ends up looking when they head into it and how it plays out when they make it there.
All right, well, thank you, everybody, wherever you may be, for tuning in to our broadcast live from Bensonville. Wes Anderson down at ice level tonight, as I pointed out. Matt Budin on the camera, Jimmy the Wiz Olson, our technical engineer, Mike Doherty to my right. My name is Dylan Ward, saying hoping you enjoyed this one. One more CCHL game of the week left in the regular season. That'll be Thursday. The Providence Catholic Celtics go visit the St. Rita Mustangs at Southwest Ice Arena. Make sure you tune in for that one. I'll be there. But until then, have a great rest of your Sunday night, and we'll see you then.